Hey guys, I'm back again with the illustrious Atlas. Do you want to make your appearance? Addie? He's pugging it up over there. So anyways, yeah, I'm back. And I was wanting to get on here and kind of, I guess, talk about, like I said, this is kind of like a little video diary, but I was thinking about how this year I'm going to be 4 years sober. Now, I'm not going to get into the backstory at all because it is a very big sore spot, and maybe a story for another time, but I can't get into it without crying, and I don't want to cry right now. So, little quick backstory was for 2.5 years there, I was a very bad alcoholic. I'm talking about bad alcoholic, daily, from time I woke up to the time I went to sleep, alcoholic. And it was about 2.5 years. And one day, again, I'll make this a story time for another day, but one day I just woke up and I was disgusted with myself. I didn't like who I'd become or what my life looked like. So I packed up my bags and I went to rehab. Yep. Rehab for 2 months. I went to one stint in Louisville. Actually, it was RAC, R-A-C was the name of it. They are amazing. They were so patient with me. I was the biggest, did not want to be there, in absolute pain. I was so miserable. I packed, first of all, I left, of course, drunk, and I packed 2 days worth of clothes, a toothbrush with no toothpaste, and 1 flip-flop, and a pair of shoes. That was it. This place had a donation closet. They helped me out. It was really cool. I loved my experience there, and they actually were what, prompted me, because I spoke to my counselor there. I was our case manager there. I was like, I want to get the most that I can this time, because I do not want to find myself here again. I tried rehab twice. Once I left after a week or 2 weeks, and the second time I went for a month and went back to drinking. I was like, so what can I do to, really set in that I want to be done with this? What can my next step be? And the case manager was like, do PHP, which is partial hospitalization program. That's like where you live in this house with the rest of, the delinquents. No, I'm just joking, but the rest of them. And you guys are living, you don't have your phone except at the night. You have it for a couple hours at the end of the night. You do daily house chores and you go to groups all day, like a job. And so that's what I did. I did that in Indianapolis, and I was really, really grateful for the opportunity. I was so glad to be sober, 2.5 years of struggling and just being disgusting and also disgusted with myself. Just wasn't working out. So I'm so grateful to RAC, their patience with me. And then not only that, them getting me the extra resources, like the PHP, them directing me in that way. I was so grateful for that. But anyways, I am a very, 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 very grateful non-alcoholic today. Very grateful. It's going to be 4 years this year in August. So anyways, I thought that was pretty cool, because it feels like time goes by crazy fast when you hit after 30. I feel like time, the pages melt away from the calendar, just like what you'd see on a movie. But anyways, that was my little story for today, because I was kind of, thinking about that yesterday, and I was like, man, this is going to be 4 years. That's crazy. I would never. And I'm grateful, because there was a time where I was like, I'll never get sober. I know me. I know what a pain in the butt I am, and how when I have when I'm set on something, you cannot get me off of it. You could not convince me I had a problem at the time. So, well, not really. I knew I had a problem, but I didn't care. I was just like, whatever, I'm living my life. But anyways, I wanted to get on here and tell y'all that story, because I am super grateful. This has been an amazing 4 years. My life went from just nothing to I own my own house now. I have an amazing husband. We have projects that we do. We have fun things we like to do, stuff like that. My life looks totally different. We can get into that another day. But anyways, y'all see my soil here from my gardening, but I'm going to get back to my shenanigans for the day. But I hope y'all have a wicked awesome Wednesday. Peace.